Hey guys, disclaimer, some of these things I say in this next story time clip you're about to watch aren't going to make sense because I realized while editing this whole experience of the weekend would have been way too long, so I'm splitting it up into having a story time of my time photographing and then the rest of the footage that I got of the game and everything else. So yeah, enjoy the story. Goodbye. Wasn't this deja vu? Well, I almost said February. April 2nd. It's like midnight right now. Earlier, yesterday, technically, Gonzaga beat South Carolina and UNC beat Oregon. That's kind of where we're at right now. But basically, I just wanted to talk about my experience of being a photographer at the Final Four practices and the Reese's All-Star game. I tried to get as much footage as I could. I really was focusing on the photography aspect, so sorry if it wasn't like, much vlogging, but I got as much footage as I could. But basically, I'm just gonna go through like kind of what I went through. I'm gonna go through what I went through. That makes sense. So yeah, let's get into it. So I got up at 7:30 in the morning on Friday, showered, got into a polo, some khakis, and got into I got a friend who had a media pass, a legit media pass for the whole weekend, and so he has access to more things than I do, so I just followed with him. So we drove to a media hotel, which wasn't even near Glendale, which was like really surprising. I was confused. It was like North Phoenix, like not really sure. So we drove to that hotel. I got some free breakfast out of it, and we hopped on to a media bus that took us to the stadium. It dropped us off at the gate 2, which is the media gate. I got my credentials, and we went into, the first thing we did was we walked into the stadium. Had to go, it was down, we had to go down some escalators, and the first thing we did was we walked into a big media room. Like, it had tables for days, like all these different companies, people taking, people with computers, laptops, just people who edited photos and all this stuff. It was interesting. It was a really big room, and there was like free water, soda, and snacks and stuff. What we did was we sat at our little spot that was reserved for us, and we waited about, I'm gonna say 20-30 minutes till we got to check out our Nikon cameras. Nikon was kind of like representing this type of thing, so we checked out some Nikon D6500s, I believe that they were. Can't remember exactly. And then they gave us 18 to 170 millimeter lenses, and basically they just kind of like sent us out on our way to the court. First time walking out was pretty amazing. This is a big stadium with the little court. It's just like the coolest thing ever. I'm actually going to the championship game on Monday, so I'll try to get some footage for you guys there too. This vlog will be up probably after that, just so you guys get like a whole weekend experience. But so we walked out, and they kind of told us where we couldn't go. We could go on the baselines of each side behind the basket. We couldn't walk behind the player benches, but we could walk like behind the other side, behind like the media tables and desks next to the court. So basically they just set us free. We got to take pictures and do whatever we want. Go into the stands, take pictures of fans, whatever we wanted to do, for about 4 hours, because there's 4 teams practicing for 1 hour each. It was very exhausting, but it was fun and cool at the same time, being close to all these great players and potentially NBA stars in the next 5 to 10 years maybe. And then after that, the Reese's All-Star game started at like 3:30ish. The real teams are gone. No one really cares about this All-Star game, so we pretty much had the whole baseline to ourselves. It was me, my friend, and then like the in-house video guy that was for the TV. Like, if you were watching on TV, he was that guy. So there was only 3 of us on the baseline, so we could move all over where we wanted, sitting down. No one was in our way, and we were right there next to the action, just taking whatever we wanted to, just getting that experience. It was pretty awesome. Game ended. We got to stay on the court, shoot around a little bit. I'll put in the clip right here where I actually made a shot. I'll put in the clips too that I missed. I'll put my misses in there. I went like 1 for 5, but it's all good. Alright, it's recording right now. I'm gonna get the ball.
face it off?
Yeah.
That's like being on the court after the game was cool because we got to take pictures of all the players, getting interviewed and stuff. And I mean, granted, the Reese's All-Star game isn't that cool, but overall, pretty awesome experience. It was kind of disappointing I only got it for Friday, but I understand because I'm not as important as a media person as like the real professional photographers are. But yeah, that's pretty much how that day went. Really long, like I was exhausted. We ended up leaving an hour or two after that. I got my photos imported into my computer, had to return the camera, and we took the media bus back to the hotel, got back to the dorm, and that's that. That was my experience of that was my experience photographing the Final Four practices and Reese's All-Star game. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Next clips are going to be probably me at the championship game, so I'll probably make a conclusion clip later on like I am right now. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the vlog.